what's going on? How are you, man? You got the same shirt.
Yo, get off me.
Get off you.
I was here first, so you copied me. And you got great pants on.
These are navy blue.
That's a different. Stand up, dude. Stand
hard.
up.
These.
Those are the least navy blue pants I've ever seen. Those are gray. Whatever, man. Say what you want. What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Man, what have you been up to?
Oh, just waiting here for you, man. It's only 11:30.
Got donuts.
We start at 10.
Yeah, well, you actually didn't show up last time. Remember that, Justin? Let's go back. Can we go back a little?
I was waiting here for Tom, but it's all right.
It's all right,
We're
guys.
back.
What have you been up to?
We're back into the vortex.
Yes. This is gonna be like not one of the last pods, but this may be one of the last pods in here.
One of the last. Yeah, I think we might have one or two left.
Yeah.
But we're moving soon. We're moving studios, moving offices. Hopefully we are going to get a much bigger one. We're going to have a whole content room. We're going to get the podcast set up. We're going to get the YouTube set up. We're going to get like a nice overhead camera so that when we're filming the YouTube videos, you can like see the cards good, face cams, you can see my reaction. We're going to get, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, it's definitely
going to be nice. I'm excited. More streams, more streaming, more product, more everything.
Overall, great time.
Overall, it'll be a great time. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff's happened the last few days, I think, or since last week as well.
Last week, yeah.
I know that. Did you see the packs? There were the 19 Luka packs, like DraftKings, like auctioned them off.
Really?
Did you see that?
On DraftKings, like the app?
Yeah. So they had like a collectibles section. I saw. So there was like the regular DraftKings, and there was like a collectible section, and it was 18-19. So Luka rookie year Prism hobby packs. They were auctioning them off for like, I think it was like 2 packs at a time, 4 boxes. And then they went live on their YouTube and ripped them.
What does that mean, though, for the hobby, though, on DraftKings?
I've been saying this since we started. I mean, everyone's going to just try and get in.
What is it?
We're early.
So you see all these other, like, DraftKings doing it. Do you think, like, other apps, like, maybe, like, Instagram or, like, any other apps doing like that?
Well, I mean, eBay is going to have a shop. TikTok has a shop. Like, and these are all live selling platforms for cards. eBay, TikTok. I mean, who knows? Some other live companies. There's obviously already Whatnot. There's Drip. There's Loop. There's like
there's
like 5 sports card hobby specific streaming apps that are like made for sports cards. Fanatics is coming out with their apps. So like, there's gonna be a lot of demand for streamers, for breakers, for breaking, for cards. So I think overall we're still so early in like just the card and collectible space in general. So who knows? I feel like in 2 years it's gonna be completely different. Because I mean, when I started, it's just you're just going live on TikTok. Yo, you want to buy something?
People joining.
It's so much different from when I started 2 years ago with all the apps, everything. So we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top. I'm interested. It's gonna be. I really have no idea.
Yeah,
because
all the apps. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like since there's more apps coming out, that's more people seeing those apps and more people getting into it. You know what I mean? That's like being pushed out to more people.
Exactly, and it's more people that are gonna be getting into cards. It's more people. So I think that overall, we just gotta get more people into cards.
That's it, and just in collecting in general. Like I like, you know us. Look at all this stuff right here. Games, cards, like, dude, collecting is gonna be huge.
100%.
It's gonna be very, very huge.
I think it's gonna get a lot bigger with those kind of apps, and I think overall it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see who it is. I mean, obviously Fanatics is gonna be making the product, so their thing's gonna be successful. But
oh yeah,
who else? You can't. I don't think there's room for 9 live selling marketplaces for cards. I just don't think there is.
Some are probably gonna die out. I would think so.
It's more so. It's interesting because I think what DraftKings was doing was like they were just selling packs and they were opening them.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's 4 boxes is it's nothing. So we'll see how they do it. But all the way that all the other apps work is they need streamers, they need breakers to sell on there. So it's gonna be a game of all right. Well, where are the breakers gonna go? How are you gonna get breakers to come to your app, because you only make money off the percentage of sale.
Yeah, true.
So that's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't know if there's probably going to be more incentives in the future, I think, especially for people. But I don't see 9 to 10, even with, I don't see 9 to 10, like, being very popular. You know what I mean?
That's exciting.
You got, like I said, you got a couple big, you got like eBay, Fanatics, obviously DraftKings trying, TikTok. Then you got your other ones that are like more the apps. I mean, Whatnot's pretty big now. Then you got some others that are trying, but with a lot, if the apps, like the number of apps, no one's downloading 10 apps to buy sports cards. Like maybe you'll get one or two. So depending on who it is, people are gonna go to some of these apps to watch who they like. They're gonna go, if this breaker's on here, I'm gonna watch them. So So we'll see. It's definitely going to be an interesting time, and I think it's a good time for people who have been doing this for a little bit and who are established to really step it up.
So that's what I was saying as well. So Fanatics is making the products, right? How long?
I think in a year.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I know. I think we get 2023 stuff from Panini, and then the 24 is Fanatics.
Do you think this brings like any of the value? Like, does that bring value up, value down? That there's no more Panini Prism?
I don't know.
Because like
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I was thinking, I'm like, does this mean we got to get rid of all of our cards now just in case there's a giant dip because of Panini, or is it giant uprise because there's no more Panini left?
I think it's going to be. I think
just even. I don't even think.
I don't think anything's gonna necessarily change because it's still gonna be the players, right? Like nothing's changing other than who's making it, and it'll be different products that are out. So it's either gonna be that Fanatics somehow buys the rights or buys Panini and they make Prism. Prism or Fanatics Prism instead of Panini Prism. Or it'll be they only make like Topps Chrome. They're making just very specific like new products, and Panini's making unlicensed Prism National Treasures, which I don't think many people are going to want.
No, definitely not.
I'm sure it'll sell, but it won't be as good as it is now.
Yeah.
So, your 2020, like your 2017 to 22 stuff, I think shouldn't really change because it's the same players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if in 3 years Kenny Pickett is the star of the league, his 22 stuff is going to be worth money. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, well, no one's going to want his. Like everyone wants his rookie stuff. So it'll be everyone's rookie cards are what's worth the most. Maybe Prism stuff goes up because, they're not printing any more of it. Like, last year Prism Mahomes cards for 23. I don't know. But I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it would change too much as long as, like, it should only change based on the player.
No, I think so.
And then new products will come out, and those will be worth whatever.
Yeah.
Like Topps Chrome Football.
Yeah, so like Topps, like that's going to be, I think Topps Chrome Football is going to be sick.
That'll be really cool. It should be really cool. With all the parallels, that'll be a good product.
Speaking of players, Victor
What player
Wembanyama.
were we speaking of?
Right? Victor Wembanyama is his name, right?
We weren't speaking of a player, but that was a good
Victor Wembanyama.
segue.
Oh, yeah. Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama.
Next, LeBron James. We hear this probably once every couple years. The next LeBron James.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of hype about this guy.
He's like 7'10".
Bro, he's 7'6".
7'6".
Or he's like 7'6" or 7'7", something like that. I was like, that's
huge.
Like, just to say that doesn't sound right. Like, 6'7", that sounds like 7'6".
Yeah, did you get that mixed up?
That doesn't sound normal.
So he's going to the Spurs now. They already had the draft, last couple days ago? What does this mean for the Spurs?
What if they don't draft them?
Spurs cards? I mean, I like the way they do it and all, but I don't know. Spurs, do you think he's going to do good on the Spurs?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's definitely a better spot for him to land if he wants to be good, but the hype is
huge.
It's crazy. Michael Rubin was posted a picture of him and his card, first ever card signed. It comes out, I think, comes out next week. The product, but it should be a pretty big deal. His stuff. I think that we kind of got gypped this year with draft classes, right? Because basketball and football are both kind of weak. Like we've been looking for Brock Purdy, who might not even play the first few weeks. Pickett hasn't done a thing, but he could. Okay. Like the draft class is just 22 is just weak compared to 20 and 21. It's weak.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The NBA class kind of same thing. There's no one that we're like, oh my god, I want this guy. We're just not, right? So I think that the next year's NBA and NFL should be crazy.
We said this before though. We get one draft class of the NFL and like 3 draft classes of the NBA. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, because they're so behind on product.
It definitely feels like that.
Yeah, so I think that when the next year, when 2023 stuff starts coming out, and we still have like half the products for 22. We still have National Treasures.
Yeah.
We still have Optic, Select, Flawless. We have a lot of stuff for 22 to come out. So I think once all that's done and 23 stuff starts coming out, it won't be for another year till some of the good stuff is. But
Yeah.
you know, I think that's when we're gonna see like those prices are gonna be big. We're gonna be a lot more hype because this one boxes come out cheap. They kind of just stay where they're at. Nothing crazy's happening, you know, with the class or with the product. But I think next year should be pretty hyped up product. Should be pretty hyped up class, and there should be some, you know, big hits that we're looking for.
You saw Panini, and I know a couple other people were posting that. The new like logo, man's coming out. It's like Luca, Curry, and
Oh yeah, I
LeBron.
saw that. It just came out in Flawless. I think Flawless came out this week. Flawless
Yeah.
NBA.
Do you think more people like Drake and all them guys are gonna start looking for it like last year? Or no?
I don't think so.
Come on, Drake.
I don't.
What the heck?
Nah, I like they overdid it last year.
Yeah.
I think it was overdone. Not overdone, but like the LeBron triple logo man was obviously a big thing. It was cool. I don't think it's something that will. I don't think anything will ever get that hype.
That was fun. Seeing like Drake open and all, because you'd be like, wait a minute. Because you would hear about it. Be like, yo, Drake is live. You're like, what do you mean Drake's live?
That was cool. Yeah.
And like, open it up and stuff. Like,
yeah, no, and that's just, bro, that's just where we're getting towards, where it's like, it's becoming, we think it's cool because like we were doing cards, and it's kind of like, in our eyes, it's like a niche thing.
yeah.
But it's not gonna be that anymore. Like people who are in this, like you don't. Let me think of it like that. You like before we even did this, right? Pick a sport.
Football.
Okay, American football. You like the Eagles,
Yeah.
right? You watch the Eagles. We talk about it now, but we always watch them.
Yeah.
We weren't like. I feel like we didn't think that it was like it's this thing that only we know about. Like, yeah, it's the Eagles. Like, it's a popular thing. Everyone knows about football, right?
Yeah.
We feel like, and I think overall, because it's been a little bit, cards are still that little niche. Like, yeah, anyone I tell about it, they don't understand it. They don't know what we're doing, but a lot of people are starting to, and a lot of people will, and it's going to be just as popular as fantasy, as gambling, and as anything. Like the way that you know, even if you don't watch all the games, you know what fantasy football is.
Yeah.
Even if you don't play it, most people are gonna know cards. Like it's gonna be just right in there. It's gonna be big. I feel like we're so early.
It's gonna be fun.
It's funny because people say like, oh yeah, the wave is over. It's crazy.
And you see that with friends and buddies. Like a couple of my friends were saying like, in the beginning,
Yo, literally. I mean, it's been
a year and a half.
Hey, how long have you been? Like a year and a half now?
I think in October-ish, I'm gonna be here
Let's
for
go.
2 years. Man, we got 6 months.
Let's
What?
go.
6 months? It's like year and 6 months.
What do you think?
Sorry, man. 2 weeks are coming in. I'm sorry.
Dang, can't get there. Can't get to the 2 years.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
Nah, but that's crazy because I mean, you started, and I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of doing this thing. You want to help? Like, yeah, sure. Like, then you kind of got into cards. Everyone kind of has. Everyone that's came here has kind of like got into cards at some point.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
has their own cards.
Yeah.
But you kind of we got into it. We would buy, we would sell, we would trade, and then now your buddies are like doing it on their own.
Yeah, they're hitting
crazy.
me up. They're like, dude, like I see what like sports cards can do and stuff like that. Like, I like it now. And they're hitting me up. They're like, yo, honestly, I have this card. Like, you trying to do this? You trying to do that? So it's crazy.
I
didn't
think
it was
I
gonna
think
go
just
that.
that is what I'm saying. Like that's the proof of like it's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's about to be crazy.
I
It's about to
can't
be
wait.
very, very big. Halftime at all major sports games, opening packs, commercials on TV,
Yes.
athletes promoting it, just more content, more people getting into it. You see like you see
Paul's on the run.
that Illusions box. You see art sell for millions of dollars. Like I just feel like a lot of higher investors are going to come in. A lot of people who just like collecting are going to come in because there's just got to be something for everyone. There's Flawless for the guys who want to come in and they only want high end stuff, but there's got to be Score and Don Ross for the people who want to come in and they just want to collect the set. Like so, as long as they keep that up, and I obviously think they will, as long as there's sets that these are your starter sets. If you like, people are like, what's the first thing I should buy? I mean, don't just go in and spend a ton of money on stuff you don't know what you're doing. That's what I did. I bought, and it wasn't a lot, but at the time for me it was. I mean, it was like $150 worth over the course of a month of Score and prestige. Like looking back, I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have done at least Don Russ.
Yeah.
Like knowing what I know now, and that's what I tell someone. But put a little. You can buy some cheap stuff. Like buy cheap stuff. It's going to retain its value, but that if you're like, all right, you know what, I don't really like this. All right, you can sell some stuff off and make some money, but you're not really making too much money if you're buying a box of Score and trying to sell it.
Yeah.
If you buy a box of Don Russ, you can get some rookies and then sell a couple cards. But even for buying singles, buy some stuff that's going to retain value because you can buy some. You know what? Yeah, this is sick. Like I want to get Prism. Like I look into it, and there's a lot of research to be done, and we're working on some stuff to help with that. But I would just say we gotta just make sure people know what they're doing when they get in, because then they're gonna spend some money and then be like, oh, I don't like this.
Oh yeah, and what I like about like even just in sports cards collecting in general, when we got in, it was like football, a little bit of basketball, and like maybe a little Star Wars there, here and there. But like now it's like Star Wars, and you have the Gary Vee stuff, and you have the Jackass boxes, and you have all these different collecting cards now. Like it was just football. Everyone's into football.
There's so much.
Now it's huge, and that's
the Disney ones.
The Disney ones now, and like what's next?
There was F1 was hot from that Netflix thing. I mean, there's tennis
like
cards.
UFC now.
There's UFC. There's WWE. There's soccer. Every sport, pretty much every major like IP will probably have a collectible trading card attached to it.
Love that.
I'm excited to see what some people do, because there's ways you can get creative with it.
Yeah,
you can get really creative with it. So I'm excited. I think that's what Fanatics is going to work on, hopefully, and I think it should be I think we have a bright future in this industry here.
Let's
man.
go.
We're
excited.
We're here for it.
Oh yeah,
we're here for it, man. So yeah, what was how did we get there? We were talking about something else.
Oh, what we were actually gonna bring up as well is when we were talking about all these cards in general, like most of the cards that we see, like you're like, so like for the National example, like the National's coming up in when?
The National is coming up
in July, last weekend
end of
July, right?
And it's almost the end of May.
Yeah.
That's almost 2 months.
We got it.
So guys, don't be like us, because
no, seriously, yeah.
Last year I booked our flight. Or no. Last year I went to Atlantic City. The year before that, I booked our flight like the day before we went. Yeah. So this year we gotta book that. We have to.
Oh no.
We have to do that. I'm gonna work on that this week.
When we were talking about like the cards and everything, like when we went to the National, there's probably like millions of cards there.
Oh, there's
a billion, probably. Millions. Millions.
Probably
there has to be
millions of cards, like hundreds of millions, maybe billions of value.
Different types of cards. You're seeing there, you're joking around, your buddies, you're like, actually, no, here's a funny card of like something like some card made. Like the people are now making cards. Then there's like, oh, there's some dude signing some random piece of stuff, like a toilet paper or something like that. Like you'll see everything, anything and everything at the National. We saw so much stuff.
Yeah. Bro, what? Elon Musk signed something we walked by, and then it was
$10K. They wanted $10K for that.
Oh no, that guy was, I think, on drugs. Yeah. But we saw an Elon Musk signed bill. You see like some collectibles from like the 1950s. You see signed baseballs. You see bats, jerseys. Football, baseball, basketball cards, Pokemon cards. Like it's just gonna keep getting bigger. It's just gonna keep, and they should have. When you go to a show like the Philly show, that's definitely more so like a sports card show. A lot of old vintage, a lot of baseball. I think what should start happening, and what probably will, is more shows that are bigger, like bigger shows. Invite Pokemon people, invite the people who collect, Disney. There's a lot of niche. Some things are more niche than others, right? Like, those Disney cards are more niche than, and F1 is more niche than basketball or football, but they all sell. So bring them all under one roof, one massive show for all cards.
You think they should keep it at once a year? You think they should do every quarter, every half a year?
National?
Yes.
Oh man.
Say every half a year.
I would say 6 months would be ideal, but and that because a lot of people, that's the thing. We're not in that world, because a lot of people their business is going to these shows, buying and selling at the shows. That's not what we do. That's not our business. So I don't really, I don't want to speak for them, but if I was in that scenario, I want as many shows as possible. Like imagine a national type show, not even even the Philly card show size show, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a spot somewhere where it's like, I mean, you say take another collectible, take watches. In New York, there's all these like shops, and I forget what it is, but like there's a part where these stores are open every day, all day, and it's kind of like a show. Like people are just going in and out, buying, selling. Like they could have that with cards. Like you could have, I'm sure, some area where it's there's like 10 either card shops or like stands and booths, and people rent them out, and it's basically like a 24/7 flea market type card show. You can go and it's collectibles, and I think that'd be cool. I think we'd be getting to the spot within the next few years where that'd be possible to keep that like up, where people are coming and people are selling every day.
Yeah, that would definitely be sick. I'm excited.
Because like, dude, if that was like an hour drive, like I'd go there once a week.
No, I think that the National is. I don't like how it's going different places where we go.
Yeah, Chicago's kind of a pain. Like I don't really want to go to Chicago.
They should have, these are like soon it might be like, these are 3 national spots. Go which ones are closer to you because it's going to be huge.
Yeah, I wish they did. Atlantic City was nice last year because it was close to us, but it was kind of
drive. The traffic was terrible. We'd be sitting there in our Uber, be like, all right, yeah, I think we just walk now because.
Oh my God, to get into the show, yeah. But I'm just talking about like just around there. Like Atlantic City's not a place you want to walk around late at night alone.
So another thing I wanted to ask you about was, so they do like VIP passes and things like that. Like, do you think they're going to be doing that next year or this year coming up? Like,
I mean, yeah.
What's like the difference? Like, you just don't have to wait in line.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I just rather not wait in line.
I think we had it last year, but I don't really know.
We did.
I don't remember what the difference is.
Yeah.
Something. You get to be special, I guess.
You get to say you're a VIP. Well,
you get to pay 20% comps on everything.
That's what they did for the I think when we were getting that card signed by OBJ, we were sitting there, and I don't think even the security knew, and they were like, it was me, Luke, Paul, and Matt. We were sitting there, and like we were just like standing there, and be like, hey, like, is this the line? And he goes, oh no, you guys are good. We're like, what are you talking about? And he goes, that right there, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, it was like I think there was like a super VIP, and like there's just regular VIP,
ultra mega, extra VIP.
It was laminated, gold graded.
And then the black front at VIP.
Black VIP. So, and then we just went right in. We're like, dude, is this really what, like, I just didn't know it came with that. So there's definitely a lot of, little stuff that comes behind.
We got to plan the trip first. We got to figure out who's going, how long we're going, what are we doing. So the dilemma is we either bring everyone and stream there, or we leave some people behind.
Stream.
And they stream here while we're there.
Are you bringing like, that's the thing, we're traveling, we're flying. We bringing all our cards.
Bro, I don't.
You bringing all your
no,
cards.
I'm not bringing all my cards.
You get one personal item and you get your bag.
Yeah,
so
nah, I'm not bringing all my cards. Like, it's like, bro, I don't want to sell most of these cards. The cards I just want to have.
Yeah.
I'll bring a box with some stuff. Maybe we like. Maybe we. I just don't know.
I don't want to ship it next or anything like that. But I think I'll probably bring my little case. Probably fits around maybe 15 cards.
Yeah, like I'll bring some like cards.
I'll get a little bit.
Some stuff to show off, maybe some stuff to maybe trade or sell. But I don't know. I'm definitely not bringing the whole thing with all the cards. Like, I don't really don't sell cards like that. I just don't. I buy and hold. As soon as I buy a card, I just imagine it's gone. Like it's not money. I don't have it. It's not inventory. It's gone. But I have it.
I like wheeling and dealing. So I'm like, yo, what do you got for like the one Ronaldo card? I'm like, what do you got on that? He's like, oh, I'll do this. I'm like, all right, I'll be back, man. I'll see if that's still there, but I'll be back. I come back, slithering in. I'm like, seriously, how much do you want?
Here, man.
How much do you want that, man? He goes, all right, fine. It's the end of the show. I'll give you this. I'm like,
dude, some of these guys, that's the problem with the show. Like, I was just gonna say, like, yo, we should definitely do a little series where, all right, Tom, like, let's take $1,000 cash. Let's try and buy some cards and then sell them to other people. See what we can do. See if we can make money like live here at the show. Like, start with 1,000, end with 1,200, 1,500, I don't know. But some of these dealers, man, they want 120%, and they want to buy at 50.
They want the shirt on my back. They're like, yo, I want 120% and that shirt. And you're like, bro, it's my only shirt I got on me right now.
It's crazy, and they don't even bag it up for you. Like,
no, they don't.
I don't know. It's some of these dealers, it's like they don't want to make money. They don't want to sell. They just want to sit there and talk to people. That's what it seems like.
We do go by the bad ones. We're like, all right, there's some bad ones, but there are some guys like, listen,
no, I mean, it definitely is, but you got to know a lot of them. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
if you know, it's just if you want to make consistent deals, it's better off that you know these people and you just go to them. Yeah, let's do this. If you a guy you know, I'm going to give a better deal to, obviously.
Yeah,
and that's how a lot of it is. Like, but some of the people that don't know you, like, they don't even care. They don't even want to sell to you.
They're not going to see you ever again. But that's the thing. You might. So that could just be another bad deal. Like,
but they're fine burning you for 120%.
No.
Bro, some dude tried to sell my brother a $1 card for $10.
That's like
It's
crazy.
a show. I was like, Colin, don't buy that.
That's insane.
Like-
and it sucks because how old's Colin? Like
Bro,
Colin's like what?
They're 12.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a little
Like,
boy.
These are
You got-
kids, man. These
Little
are
boys are getting
kids.
taken advantage of. These shows.
Gotta watch your kids, man. Do
But-
you know where your kids are at?
Yeah,
right now?
I mean, it's a lesson. So I told him, I said, yo, like, you got scammed. Don't get scammed again. Make sure you look up the comps. Don't ever pay over comps.
Another thing we need to do is we're running a Wi-Fi. I'm doing it. I'm running. I'm running a little Wi-Fi carrier.
Whoever runs the net, I do not trust you with the Wi-Fi.
All I hear is
Sorry.
this. I'm looking at Corey. Here's Tom. I need your phone. I see a comp all the way down at section 205. Like, bro, we're at section
Only
400.
Tom's phone
We're at section 400. I need to look at my comps. He goes, bro, like just look it up here. I'm like, all right, fine. It's because a brand new phone. Now my phone doesn't barely works on Wi-Fi now, but we need that Wi. We each need our own Wi-Fi.
We will.
It'll be
But you know, that's gonna be fun. We'll have to figure that out, and we'll update everyone on the next episode. But
Maybe somewhere different. Nah, we'll probably be here next Friday, right?
no, yeah, here. Oh yeah, 100%. Anything else?
No, I think that was everything.
A nice little pod.
Very nice. That was pretty long.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe.
Follow our Discord. We're live. We're already live. You're seeing this tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be live anyway. There we go. All right.
All right.
Wait, no, we never do that. Have me up. See ya.